Chevrolet has just announced that its all-new Camaro will be used as its race car in the upcoming 2018 NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series.
These two guys are really special people for Chevrolet, and special drivers and special representatives of NASCAR. So these guys, to have them here today to introduce this car is very, very special. So Jimmie, tell us, I think you've had a regular street version. It's nothing regular about this car, but the street version of the ZL1 here for the last couple of weeks. What'd you think of it?
It's a monster. I love it. I've so enjoyed driving the car. The torque, the power, the handling. It is very fun to drive on the street, and I know the consumers are going to love and enjoy that. And then I've never raced a Camaro, so I'm excited to get on the racetrack and be in a Camaro next year. A first time in a long, long time for a Camaro to be on the racetrack, and looks amazing. I know it's going to perform very well. Great.
We're excited to have you drive it, obviously. And I want to have special thanks for the designers, the engineers, and all the people who worked to put this car together to be able to race, and most importantly, working with NASCAR to get it technically capable and safe and very, very fast. This car will debut, obviously, in the Daytona 500 here in the spring here in 18. So we're thrilled to have you drive it. We're thrilled to have both you guys here as part of the Chevrolet and NASCAR family. So thank you very much. And is there anything else you want to tell us about it?
I hope I'm the guy that gets in victory lane first. I guess we can end on that. I know there's some other people that have different opinions of that, but looking forward to it.
But I want to say thank you for everybody for being here as well and making this special in the streets of Detroit. It's a big deal for obviously all of our employees, but also the whole world to see Camaro back in NASCAR and racing again. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Hey guys, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And with this, I'd like to ask from NASCAR, Mike, would you come up and just say a couple words? Mike Helton from NASCAR, Vice Chairman. Give him a round of applause there, guys.
Thanks, Jim. It's always exciting to be at the Renaissance Center with General Motors, and when you look back in history, after World War II, the enthusiasm of this country was at an all-time high, and the innovation and the entrepreneurship that the soldiers came back to and created great, iconic elements for the American community resonates here in Detroit and here at this Renaissance Center, from the 57 Bel Air to the 2018 ZL1. And NASCAR could not thank General Motors enough for the appreciation of our sport that they've had. While Detroit was developing in the late 40s after the war, there was a group in southeast United States that were developing in their own style. And out of that came NASCAR. And when NASCAR first started, it was a matter of driving to the racetrack, racing, and then driving back home. And it didn't take long, though, for the sporting part of our future and the manufacturing part of our future to get together. And ever since then, it's been a tremendous ride for us. So to Jim, Mark, thank you for believing in NASCAR, the collaboration that got us to the Gen 6, that got us to this Camaro that'll be in the Monster Energy Series next year. On behalf of all of Jim France and his family, all of NASCAR, all of IMSA, our bond, our relationship has never been stronger, and we thank you for the opportunity to be a part of today's announcement.
That's great. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mike. And I also want to thank Mark Kent, Pat Suey, Alba Cologne. Thanks for all that you did on the car. And I will just tell you, we are really proud to race in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. And you think about our history with Chevrolet and NASCAR, it goes back a long ways. We're so proud to be racing in your series. It's also great to have the president of Michigan International Speedway here, Rick Brenner. Rick, thanks for being here. Thanks, Rick. And this is the pace car for this weekend's MIS. Welcome, Dale Earnhardt Jr., driver of the 88. Wow. And also, our Executive Vice President for Global Product Development, Mark Royce, is here. Guys, welcome. Awesome. What do you got here?
Thanks, man. Thanks, Dale. Well, I wanted to say thank you on many, many fronts. First of all, it's a beautiful car, and thanks for driving me out here. I've never driven with Dale Earnhardt Jr., so that's a personal bucket list thing, so thank you very much. But I wanted to say thank you from all of us at General Motors and Chevrolet for the role that you've played representing Chevrolet your entire career, the role that your father played and the role, frankly, that your grandfather played. I know that you started working in your dad's dealership in the service department, so it goes way back in terms of Chevrolet, but just look at what your career has been with Chevrolet. 2 Xfinity championships, 23 wins, 26 Cup wins, 2 Daytona 500s, and 14 favorite driver selections for the last 14 years. So, Dale, yes, Dale Jr., you are NASCAR, and your Chevrolet heritage runs very, very deep. And for me personally, I'm going to miss seeing the '88 in NASCAR and seeing you as part of that, representing Chevrolet, and again, as NASCAR. So thank you for everything that you've done, your career, and I wish you all the best. But also, as we turn the page in your career in NASCAR, you know, with JR Motorsports and Kelly and your dealership in Tallahassee, I know that the future of Chevrolet is very bright with you. So I look forward to turning that page and having you as still part of the family in a little bit different way, but representing us and being part of us for the rest of your life. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a great ride, and being in a Chevrolet all these years has sure been a pleasure. I appreciate you guys having me here today, allowing me to drive this car out here for this unveil. I'm excited about the new Camaro for next year. Tell us a little bit about why, after all these years, it's been over 40 years since a Camaro has drove in the Cup Series, so why the Camaro?
Well, I think you own a '67 Camaro. In fact, I know you do. But that era, and I think Richard Childress actually drove one of those, if I'm not mistaken. But having Camaro return to NASCAR in the form of what you see here today, not only on the pace car but the Xfinity Series, but what you'll see today is a little glimpse of the future. What we're looking at today in the pace car is a 640 horsepower version of this, a highly developed track car that you can drive every day. So we spent a lot of time on the suspension, obviously the cooling piece of it, so it is incredibly thermally developed. You see air coolers in every one of those openings, and you'll see that probably on some of the Cup cars and Xfinity as well. But this car and the return of Camaro is incredibly, incredibly special for us and what I think the whole Camaro nation. So it's very special. We take everything that we've engineered and we bring it back to the track.
Well, I know everybody's excited about this car, but we're here to see the real thing. This is a car that I haven't even seen myself. So can we?
He tweeted that this morning. Yeah. I saw it. So
can we get Jimmie to bring it up
here? Let's take a look at the future, everybody.